Hi students, myself Bhageshri. I am working in Vijayanagar College, Hospete. In the previous class, we already discussed about the concept of standard types of non-linear partial differential equations. In this class, I am going to explain about the concept of general method of solving the equations of non-linear type by using the Charpitz method. Charpitz method is also used in solving the non-linear partial differential equation. That is, we have seen few methods of solving non-linear differential equations. Now, we shall see a general method of solving a non-linear equation called the Charpitz method. This method is normally applied to solve the equations which cannot be reduced to any of the standard forms seen earlier. We shall mention only the working rule to solve the equations by using the Charpitz method. Now we observe how to solve the nonlinear partial differential equation by using the Charpitz method through the working rule. First step is write the given equation in the form, that is of the form f of x comma y comma z comma p comma q is equal to 0. This can be done by bringing all the terms of the given equation to one side and denoting the entire expression by the function f. Second step is write down the Charpitz auxiliary equation. What is the Charpitz auxiliary equation? This equation is called the Charpitz auxiliary equation. That is the equation dp divided by dou f by dou x plus p into dou f by dou z is equal to dq divided by dou f by dou y plus q into dou f by dou z is equal to dz divided by minus p into dou f by dou p minus q into dou f by dou q is equal to dx divided by minus dou f by dou p is equal to dy divided by minus dou f by dou q. This is called the Charpitz auxiliary equation. Third step is select two appropriate fractions so that the resulting integral may come out to be simplest relation involving at least one of p and q. And fourth step is using the relation obtained in the step 3 with the given equation, determine the values of p and q. Putting these values of p and q in the equation, dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, and on integrating gives the complete integral of the given equation. This is the working rule. Once I repeated, that is the given equation is represented by the function f. This is the first method. Second step is we write the auxiliary equation. Third step is by using the auxiliary equation we taken the two appropriate fractions. By using the fractions we have to calculate the value of p and q. And in the fourth step, after finding the p and q values, we have to substitute in the equation dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. Then you have to integrate. Then you got the complete integral, that is the value z. Next we see the one example. See the example. Find the complete integral of p into 1 plus q square plus b minus z into q is equal to 0. We have to find the complete integral of this equation. Okay, observe the solution. You know about the working rule or how to solve the given equation by using the Charpitz method. Okay, the given equation can be written as by using the letter f. F is equal to p into 1 plus q square plus b minus z into q is equal to 0. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಗಿವನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನನ್ನು ಎಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರಿ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರಿ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರಿ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್. To find out the auxiliary equation, we require the value of dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y, dou f by dou z. Therefore, we have to calculate these value. From the given equation f, we have to calculate the dou f by dou x, value becomes 0. We have to calculate the dou f by dou y, the values also become 0. Dou f by dou z is equal to minus q. Dou f by dou p is equal to q square plus 1. Dou f by dou q is equal to b minus z plus 2pq. These are the values of the dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y, dou f by dou z, dou f by dou p and dou f by dou q. Using these values we form the Charpitz auxiliary equation. That is Charpitz auxiliary equation becomes dou f by dou x plus p into dou f by dou z. Dou f by dou x value 0 ಇದೆ plus p. What is the value of dou f by dou z? Minus q. Then the value becomes dp divided by p into q is equal to dq divided by q square is equal to dz divided by, you have to substitute all the values. Next you have to take the two fractions. How to take the two fraction? To calculate the values of p and q. The fractions are dp divided by p into q is equal to dq divided by q square. That is dp divided by p is equal to dq divided by q. That is p 1 q get cancelled, then the equation becomes dp divided by p is equal to dq divided by q. Then integrate the equation. If you integrating the equation, log p is equal to log q. You have to take the constant. Here I take the constant minus log c. That is log q minus log c. It implies on simplification. Log p, take the minus log c this side. Then log p plus log c. By using the logarithmic property, it becomes the log of p into c is equal to log q. Both the log get cancelled, and the value becomes pc is equal to q. Next I have to calculate the q value. That is, put q is equal to p into c in the given equation we get. Then the equation becomes p into 1 plus, on simplification, p into 1 plus p square c square plus b minus z p into c is equal to 0. If you simplify this equation, you got the value of p. That is, p is equal to square root of c into z minus p minus 1 divided by c. Using the value of p, you have to calculate the value of q. That is, you already know the value of p. Substitute this value of p in this equation, then c get cancelled, then the value of q becomes the square root of c into z minus p minus 1. Then we already calculate the value of p and q. Last step is to substitute the value of p and q in the equation dz equal to px plus q dy. Then you have to substitute dz is equal to, what is our p value? This is the value of p. Substitute, then the value becomes square root of c into z minus p minus 1 divided by c into dx plus the value of q is square root of c into z minus p minus 1 into dy. On simplify, observe that in both the terms square root of c z minus p minus 1 common. But here the common value is square root of c into z minus p minus 1 divided by c. If you take this common, remaining term is dx plus. Already you taken this c as a common, therefore the value becomes c into dy. On cross multiplication, the value becomes c dz divided by square root of c into z minus p minus 1 is equal to dx plus c dy. Then you have to integrate the equation, then you got the complete integral. That is, on integration, you got the value 2 into square root of c into z minus p minus 1 is equal to integration of dx is x plus c in constant, take outside, integration of dy is y plus add the constant a. This is the complete integral of the given example.